Hello everyone and welcome to round number 12 of the RPES 305 Sprint Car Series. We are here live with the Keystone Cup presented by Right Rear Racing here at the Williams Grove Speedway. We have 26 cars in attendance this evening, so we'll have 3 heat races, and then we'll have our 618 engraving and design B main. And we'll have a final 22-car, 25-lap feature to decide the winner of tonight's event. Right now, we're currently watching the 13 of Fred Hoffman. Who just goes to 9th quick with an 18.879. 3 cars that have not taken time to this point: Carter Young, Jason Haynes, and Jimbo Rooney. Those 3 have yet to come out onto the speedway. Through 23 of the 26 cars, Austin Griffey has the best time with an 18.713, which, unless anyone beats him, will be a brand new track record. As we have the 305 Sprint Car Series has never competed here at the Williams Grove Speedway to this point, which will actually be the case for when we go to Weed Sport here in 2 weeks as well. We're now watching the 66 of Jason Haynes, who was in attendance last week with the 360s at Lernerville. So Jimbo Rooney, Jason Haynes, and Carter Young all do not finish their laps before the time runs out. So at the start at the back of one of the 3 heat races here tonight. So without further ado, here is your starting lineup for Right Rear Racing Heat Race number 1. Number 2, Jake Roya will go from the pole, alongside a newcomer, Garen Brimmer, in the 003. And starting third will be the 115 of Dalton Shear. And then fourth, fast qualifier tonight, 57 of Austin Griffey. And Greg Robertson will go from 5th. 6th, the Australian David Baker. Going for 7th, been a long time since we've seen him in action, is the 001 of Jared Lamberson. And going for 8th, Joseph Groom, who we saw nearly pick up a win at Eldora last time out. And then your series point leader, Jimbo Rooney, will have to come from the tail. Did see there, I believe, yep, Garen Brimmer did miss the start, so he'll have a lot to make up here in heat race number 1. Top 4. We'll move on to tonight's Keystone Cup main event presented by Right Rear Racing, which, as we stated, this heat race is also brought to you by Right Rear Racing. So that does move the 57 there, your fast qualifier, no longer has come in 4th. He will now start 2nd in this one. Jake Roya will lead them into the start zone here in 3 and 4. They choose when they fire any point past the midpoint of 3 and 4. Third Party Gaming green flag is out for the first time tonight. See Greg Robinson there. Oh, in the throwback scheme to Bobby Allen there. So he made some contact in 3 and 4 with the 115 of Dalton Scheer, but iRacing did not throw a yellow, so he stayed green. Greg Robinson runs in the 3rd spot. 4th is David Baker, and 5th is Jimbo Rooney, but we get a 618 engraving and design caution flag for the first time this evening. I didn't see both cars. Sometimes in iRacing you can never tell if you have a broke front end until you go into the next corner. And you see Joseph Broom and Dalton Scheer found that out the hard way. While we have a chance here, though, we'll go back here and see if we can get a better look at what actually transpired there between Greg Robinson and Dalton Scheer. Obviously didn't mean to come up into the 115, but nonetheless made some contact there, and sure that will end up being a penalty for next week. But tough break there for one of your top runners in the point standings, Dalton Scheer. But we'll have 2 down, 6 laps left in Right Rear Racing Heat Race number 1 when we get back to it. Lights are still on the pace truck, so I believe we'll still have one more time around yet behind the iRacing pace truck. Jake Roy has yet to pick up a 305 win in his 17 starts. His best finish is a 6th this season. He has 2 heat race wins and 9 top 10s. Obviously the 57 Austin Griffey, this is his first race, but he's starting off on the right foot, setting the new track record here at Williams Grove. Third party gaming green flag is back in the air. Greg Robinson makes that high side momentum work, and he moves himself to the 2nd spot. Moves Austin back to P3. Australian David Baker showing that the top side is where you want to be. You definitely don't want to be on the bottom at the moment. Jared Lamberson working the inside of Jimbo Rooney now. See Austin there gets in the outside wall. Too wide here between Lamberson and Brimmer here into turn 1. See, they're 3 wide momentarily up front. See, Lamberson is making passes back there into 1, but he is a lap down in this one after missing the start, I believe. Joseph Broom is currently the only driver that is not on the speedway. Jake Roy in car 2 gets the white flag one more time around for Roya. Greg Robinson runs the 2nd spot. 3rd is Austin Griffey, and currently in the 4th and final transfer is the 4 of David Baker. See Rooney there, does send it on the inside. Almost gets into him, he does. But Baker holds on nonetheless. He will take the final transfer. Rooney definitely tried to give it all he could there. But your results for Right Rear Racing Heat Race number 1. Jake Roya takes his 3rd heat win of the season over the 83 of Greg Robinson. Austin Griffey finishes in third. And your final transfer, David Baker in car 19. Garen Brimmer, Jimbo Rooney, Dalton Shearer, Jared Lamberson, and Joseph Groom will have to try their hand at the 618 Engraving and Design B-Main later on tonight. I'm going to get ready for Casey Simon Cinematography Heat Race number 2. Once again, 8 laps. Top 4 will transfer on to tonight's main event. Kevin Goodall in car 29 will start from the pole. Going for second, your 305 Nationals champion Derek Jones in car 7. Jeremy Christensen will go from third. Fourth, two-time winner this season, Miles Jansen in car 35. Joseph Trostowski will go from fifth. Sixth, Tony Dominguez. Seventh, Drew Bailey in 51. Matthew Hobbs in 420. And then rounding out the field will be the 66 of Jason Haynes. Miles Jansen did have an EOL from back in May, so he will start at the back of this one. As you can see, Jason Haynes already making his way to the Dirt Series Promotions pit road. Not sure what exactly is transpiring there. Not sure what happened. He just seemed like he went right down pit road and came right back on out, so... Third party gaming, green flag is out for Kevin Goodall. He gets a great jump there over the 7 of Derek Jones. Christensen and Jones go out there for P2. Crosses him back over. Jones get a good run off into 3 as he glitches out there for a second. Now Tony Dominguez to the inside of Christensen. They will come together. 51 comes up into the 18. Spins himself around. Looks like everyone keeps it going though. But right now, Goodall leads over Jones, Christensen, and Trostowski as he is challenged by the 18 of Dominguez. But currently, the 412 holds that final transfer spot. Jason Haynes from the pit lane to battling for transfer in car 66. Dominguez is going to go for a slide job maybe here. Oh, nope, he holds it on the inside. He will fall back. Haynes will now take over P5. See Miles Jansen working the inside line there in car 35 as well. Remember, he was supposed to line up fourth in this one, your second fast qualifier tonight. He had the EOL from earlier this season. I got a battle for the second spot. Jeremy Christensen all over Derek Jones in car 7. He will go for a big time slide job here in 3 and 4. He nearly almost got Goodall there in the tail tank. He will almost take it at the line, but Jones still holds onto the spot as he slides back up here in 1 and 2. Christensen once again going to slide up. Will he be able to hold it this time? Yes, he does. See if Jones comes back at him. He's going to try it. I think Christensen just going to barely hold around the outside of him. While we were watching that battle, Jason Haynes was able to take that final transfer spot away from Joseph Trostowski. Trostowski's not really letting him get away yet, though. So we are now on the final lap of this heat race. Kevin Goodall leads him down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jones gives it one more last-ditch effort, but not able to do it. Kevin Goodall takes the win in heat race number 2 over Jeremy Christensen, Derek Jones, and Jason Haynes. Those 4 transfer on to tonight's main event. Joseph Trusowski, Miles Jansen, Tony Dominguez, Matthew Hobbs, and Drew Bailey. And Drew Bailey not able, or the finishing order did look like there at the end. Jason Haynes had a black flag, so he will have to go through the B main. So everyone else will move up one spot. So that means Joseph Trusowski did actually finish in that fourth and final transfer spot. It's a tough break for the 66. Now we get our third and final heat race of the night. This one is brought to you by Twisted Speed. Ty Dickinson will go from pole in 67. Fred Hoffman will go second place. Third, 89 of Mason Hine. And fourth will be Mason White in the 010. Second runner-up in points right now, 72 of Hunter Benson. Cody Wickard will go from the 6th spot. 7th, the legend, Robert Puckett. 8th, Armando Melgosa. And 9th, Carter Young in the 013. Once again, top 4 will transfer on. The rest will go to our 618 engraving and design B main. Dickinson chooses when he fires in 3 and 4. Todd Dixon fires, and away we go here in heat race number 3. Mason Hine shows his hand there on Hoffman, not able to do it. Your third fast qualifier tonight, Mason White, works into the 3rd spot. Mason Hine going to continue to get there. Oh, Benson gets into the back of Hine. Made slight contact there. It's gotten her a little bit too hot. Everyone else keeps it going, though. Fred Hoffman, good high side momentum. He will maybe go for something here in 3 and 4. Nope, he continues to stay to the high side as Dickinson goes to the middle to protect. Hoffman gets to the wall there as he's feeling the pressure from behind him just as he's putting on Dickinson. Mason White slides up, almost takes the 2nd spot away from momentarily. Watching this, Cody Wickard is currently in your 4th and final transfer spot, right in front of the 531 of Armando Melgosa, who I believe started in the 8th spot in this one. We'll be halfway home in this one when they get to the line. Dickinson's running a little bit different of a line than most of your other competitors on the speedway right now. As we've seen early on in these heat races, the top side momentum has definitely prevailed more than about any other line on the speedway. Your top 3 running 3 different lines on the racetrack, but all staying about even with one another. Be 2 to go here when we get to the line for Ty Dickinson. Hoffman did gain about a 10th, it looks like, on that lap. Hoffman, once again, big momentum on the top side. Does he have enough time to get to the 67 and try and move? As the top 2 are now starting to pull away from the rest of the field. 1 lap to go for Ty Dickinson. He was able to stretch his advantage here by over 2/10 on the last lap. Ty Dickinson comes out at 3 and 4 for the final time, and he will hold off Fred Hoffman and take Twisted Speed Heat Race number 3. Ty Dickinson with the win over Fred Hoffman. Mason White finishes 3rd, and your 4th and final transfer, the 5 of Cody Wickard. Your non-qualifiers are 013 of Carter Young, 531 Armando Melgoza, 72 of Hunter Benson, 30 of Robert Puckett, and 89 of Mason Hine. Up next is our 618 Engraving and Design B main for the evening. 15 cars strong. Top 10 will advance to the back of tonight's Keystone Cup main event. Here is your starting lineup. Aaron Brimmer will go from pole alongside Miles Jansen. Carter Young go from 3rd. 4th, Dalton Shear. 5th, Tony Dominguez. 6th, the 531 of Armando Melgoza. 7th, your points leader got a long way to hoe tonight in the 27-inch. And then Matthew Hobbs goes from 8th. 9th is Hunter Benson. 10th, Jared Lamberson. Drew Bailey will go from 11th in car 51. Robert Puckett will go from 12th. 13th, Joseph Groom. 14th, Jason Haynes. And Mason Hine will tag the tail of this one in car 89. A lot of heavy hitters in this one. 2 of your top 3 in points are in this B main. Ty Dickinson being the only driver in the top 3 in points to make it through. This will be 10 laps to the distance. Once again, top 10 will advance on to tonight's Keystone Cup by Right Rear Racing. A few sponsors we're not able to mention yet. Admin Box presents our drivers meeting every single week. Qualifying is brought to you by TJ Visuals. We didn't have a 4th heat race tonight, but it would have been brought to you by RPES Shop. If you need a merchandise from Reigel Promotions Esports, make sure to visit our shop on our website. We got hoodies, t-shirts, posters, lots of other things as well. Up next will be our Full Throttle Motorsports warm-up session, and then we'll head into our main event. As 14 of the 15 cars made the call, Matthew Hobbs in 420, the only car that did not make it out on the speedway for this B main. Aaron Brimmer is waiting a while to fire, and he does now. Green flag is out for car 3. Dalton Shear, we've seen him be strong many times this season, the 115. Brimmer leads the first lap over Shear, Young, and Melgoza. As looks like Miles Jansen, looks like he may have missed the, I think he missed the green flag. Make sure no one had any blacks there, since we saw that happen in the heat races with Jason Haynes. Dalton Shear out. Both top side drivers are rolling tight. See, Shear there did diamond it off the corner to get a little bit better of a run. He will now head to the inside. That top side right now is very dominant here at Williams Grove. Eventually it's going to get too far around though with these 305s. You can see someone just getting into the wall there. Lost a bunch of ground. That was Carter Young in the 13 car. Walnut Melgoza currently runs in the 4th spot. 5th is Jared Lamberson, a driver we've not seen race with us in quite some time. And Hunter Benson, that driver, was not in attendance at the Reigel Cup a few weeks ago, but he currently runs 2nd in your 305 point stands. Him and Haynes nearly get together, as the 13 of Robert Puckett did take it into the pit area, as he got some has a little bit of net code there, it seemed, between the 72 and car, but 27 Al Rooney is all over Hunter Benson there in car 72. Oh, they're side by side. They are trying to get off each other. It looks like 72. Yep, he just got completely ghosted right back to the pit area. Looks like him and the 27 racing really hard there. Kind of got lodged into each other and ended up blinking out. But nonetheless, Garen Brimmer still up front here. He is at about a 2nd advantage over Dalton Shear. Garrett Young has started to close the gap in car 13 to the 115. And Jared Lamberson runs 4th. Armando Melgoza and Jason Haynes run side by side for the 5th spot. You see they're in 7th. Battling right with them is Tony Dominguez, as Melgoza and Haynes are having a heck of a battle here. Garen Brimmer comes around turn 4. He will take the checkered flag here in the 618 Engraving and Design B main. So we watch this battle for the 5th spot. Melgoza takes the 5th spot over Jason Haynes and then Tony Dominguez. Here's a rundown of your results. Number top 10 move on. Garen Brimmer with the win. Dalton Shear finishes 2nd. 3rd, Carter Young. 4th, Jared Lamberson. 5th, Armando Melgoza. 6th, Jason Haynes. 7th, Tony Dominguez. 8th, Drew Bailey. 9th, Jimbo Rooney. And your final qualifier, the 89 of Mason Hine. So your non-qualifiers tonight, the 11 of Joseph Groom. The 35 Miles Jansen had a tough break there after missing the call for the start. And then Hunter Benson and Robert Puckett also did not make tonight's main event. As stated before, this is our Full Throttle Motorsports warm-up session. This will give us a little bit here to mention a few sponsors we did not get to mention yet. Our Hard Charger and Heat Race number 3 is brought to you by Twisted Speed. And Victory Lane is brought to you by Roy's Graphics, who is obviously owned by none other than your Heat Race number 1 winner of the night, Jake Moya. Hard Luck Award is by Premier Racing Setups. They give out a setup pack to the driver experiences the hardest luck, who could be a bunch of people tonight. I mean, Hunter Benson's definitely got to be up there. I think he got crashed out twice and was not able to make the feature. But you also have the last lap pass by F&D Awareness. $5 to any driver that can make a last lap pass for the win. The driver that has the least amount of incidents at the end of the season will receive free entry to the 305 Series in 2026. Thank you to Triplet Motors for sponsoring that. Our next event will be this Wednesday, October 8th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live right here. It is the RPES National Open by Right Rear Racing, right here at Williams Grove Speedway. 40 laps, open setup. So if you love Williams Grove as much as I do, you better be here. And next week, we have the 305 Greg Hodnett Tribute Race at Port Royal. 22 laps, $8 to the winner, live right here at 8 p.m. Eastern on October 13th. And we do the same thing for the 360s on October 15th. So it'll be 27 laps and $12 to win. And then next Thursday will be the Jack-O-Lantern 200 for the NASCAR Next Gen cars at Auto Club Speedway. And another thing to mention is Reigel Promotions Esports is expanding to Rocket League in 2026. The first season will start in January and will run through February. It's a 3v3 league, and it'll be 3 different divisions based on what your skill level is. So if you have any interest in that, make sure to visit our website for any more information on any of those events. I would say we're going to try to get a little bit better of a look at this racetrack, and then we will see if we think the track is about ready for tonight's action. I think it is. It will advance on to tonight's Keystone Cup at Williams Grove Speedway. The first time our 305 series has ever graced the hollow grounds of Williams Grove Speedway here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. 22 cars will make up the starting grid of tonight's main event. We'll start from the back. Starting 22nd will be the 89 of Mason Hine. And going 21st, your all-time winningest 305 winner and current point leader, 27 of Jimbo Rooney. Over 20th. First start tonight, the 51 of Drew Bailey. And Tony Dominguez in car 18, normally a modified runner. He will start in the 19th spot. Over 18th, the 66 of Jason Haynes. And 17th, the 531 of Armando Melgoza. Jared Lamberson will go for the 16th spot. 15th will be the 013 of Carter Young. 14th, Dalton Shear. 13th will be your B main winner tonight, Garen Brimmer. 12th, the 5 of Cody Wickard. 11th, 412 of Joseph Trusowski. 19 of David Baker will go from 10th. 9th will be the 010 of Mason White. Your 305 Nationals champion, Derek Jones, will go from 8th. 7th, Austin Griffey. 6th will be the 13 of Flying Fred Hoffman. 5th, 16 of Jeremy Christensen. 83, who is driving the Bobby Allen tribute car tonight, will go from 4th. 3rd, Ty Dickinson. 2nd, Kevin Goodall. And your pole sitter tonight, Roya's Graphic Zone, Jake Roya in car number 2. 25 laps the distance here at the Williams Grove Speedway. They cross under the bridge for the final time before they take the third-party gaming green flag. Who is your pick? We're just about to find out here, because it's showtime here at Williams Grove Speedway. Dickinson takes a peek down low, but Roya and Goodall use that high side momentum to their advantage. See, track has definitely got a lot more slickness in it now, but how long is it going to take for that inside line to come in? Ty Dickinson does move up to the second spot, uses the inside, but we have our first 618 engraving and design caution flag of the main event. Looks like maybe Jason Haynes. Looks like they're the start with the 3 there. See if we can get a better look at what happened. It kind of looks like he maybe got into the fence perhaps. Comes down the racetrack there. Just got on the cushion, and 66 just has nowhere to go. Luckily, it looks like the 3 and 66 were the only 2 cars involved. Everyone else gets through unscathed. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we still got at least one more time around before we get back. Green flag racing. And due to that, it does appear that Kevin Goodall will have the second spot back, as that's where they were running at the line last time by. Will be a single file start. At least I believe it will be. As the way iRacing usually works is that it does not count that as a getting a lap in, since the full field did not pass the line. So it will make it a single file restart. As with Reigel Promotions Esports, anytime we cannot complete a lap before we get a yellow, we go single file. The only other time we go single file is if it is under 10 laps to go in the main event. Lights are out in the pace truck. We'll come back to it this time. Third party gaming green flag is out once again. Dickinson did take a look there on the 29, but was not able to get anything going. Oh, as Dickinson and Goodall get together. Not sure if Goodall just got loose there or not. No caution yet, but I would assume iRacing will throw a yellow. And they do. Try to get a better look at this one. It looks like maybe Goodall had just gotten close to the wall and kind of came down. Not 100% certain though. He does. He just gets kind of sideways, just as we saw the 3 do with the first yellow. Just gets caught up on that cushion, comes down the racetrack, and the 67's already there. Kind of just a racing incident there. A tough break for both drivers. I believe Ty Dickinson, though, is able to keep it on the racetrack. I'm not sure how much damage will be done, but obviously you can see the 29's got quite a bit of damage. But he tries to make it back to the pits to use his fast repair. That way he does not have to tow. See, Goodall up front there does make it back out. So he will now have to come back from the tail after running in P2 before. We'll have 4 laps complete. Still 21 laps left in this one. When we go back racing here in turn number 3 and 4. You see pace lights are out on the truck. We will get back to it this time. Hopefully we can get a couple more laps in this time. Currently, all 22 drivers are still on the speedway and still on the lead lap. 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 fires us off once again. Got a little worried there. I saw the yellow lights before we even got to the line. This is my graphic system not being fast enough. Still was a little bit worried there though. Oh, as Robinson gets sideways, crossed up almost in front of the field. That was almost really bad there. Saw Lamberson got crossed up back in the back of the field as well. They all keep it going. Up front though, Ty Dickinson is hot on 𝐒𝐫𝐽's tail. Oh, as we get a third yellow flag. What to see who is involved in this one. So maybe Fred Hoffman. Oh, it looks like something happened there with the one at Greg Robinson just slows up. I would assume, yeah. I would say I would assume that Fred Hoffman had definitely had some front end damage there. And you see, he definitely nailed the opening on the back straightaway. So sort of a solo caution there for the 13 of Fred Hoffman. Nonetheless, brings out our third early caution here at Williams Grove Speedway. So we continue to struggle to get laps in here at Williams Grove early on. Is that to the advantage of your leader, 𝐒𝐫𝐽? Only time will tell. As we spoke before earlier tonight, 𝐒𝐫𝐽 picked up the win in Right Rear Racing Heat Race number 1, and he has never even finished in the top 5 of one of these 305 Sprint Car Series events, with his best finish being a 6th. As he has 9 top 10s in 17 starts. Currently sits 11th in the current 305 point standings, with 5 top 10s on the season. Ty Dickinson stands to gain a lot of ground on his rivals in the points as he sits 3rd in points coming into tonight, 73 points back. Jimbo Rooney currently running in the 18th spot, and Hunter Benson did not make the show, so a lot of points to be gained here from the 67 if he can keep it up front. Green flag is back out here at Williams Grove. 𝐒𝐫𝐽 reads over Ty Dickinson, Jeremy Christensen, and Greg Robinson battle for the 3rd spot. See Derek Jones, they're also going to try to send it in there maybe. Thinks better of it, keeps it down on the low side. We are 3 wide here down the front straightaway. Christensen will fall back into 4th. Derek Jones high side and handsome as he blinks out there for a second. Jones now go to the inside at 16 and Christensen. Move him up to 4th. Oh, as we see David Baker there. David Baker, a couple of the cars getting together in 3 and 4. So yes, that will bring out our next yellow. It looked like it all started with David Baker. The 4th yellow of the night. Like once again, Austin, another car that, so that time was 57. It's the 3rd time tonight we've seen a car kind of get crossed up in that same spot. Comes down the racetrack and just the car in the bottom doesn't really have anywhere to go. Obviously, multiple cars involved here. He's got Shear stuck in the fence. So obviously, he definitely had the tow. And we just continue to struggle here at Williams Grove. But one thing has remained consistent about this race, and that is the 2 of Jake Roya running up front. Minor, this is round 12 of 16 on the year. We still have 4 races left for the 305 Sprint Car Series. Next week, we head to Port Royal. Then we head to Weedsport on October 20th. And we take 2 weeks off as I'll be working at the dirt track at Charlotte. And on the 10th, we go to Bristol Motor Speedway. And then to round out the season on November 17th, we go to the dirt track at Charlotte. The champion will receive $75 and a championship trophy. Second gets $60. Third is $50. 35 goes to fourth, and fifth will receive 30. We should get the 1 to green here at the line, and we do. Yep, so Ty Dickinson runs in the 2nd spot, and Jimbo Rooney runs 11th right now, which would be a 34-point swing if it were to stay that way. To chop his point lead nearly in half to Ty Dickinson. Jones going to get a good run here on the 1 of Greg Robinson. Jones going to wound it back up top there. As we get a yellow. Kevin Goodall, Griffey, and I'm not sure who else. It all looks like Christensen maybe just slow there. Oh, we got Lamberson also flipping. A lot of different incidents seem like going on here. Oh, looks like Christensen just gets sideways. That kind of what leads all to that. And the rest is just a chain reaction. And Lamberson goes for one of the biggest tumbles in RPES history down the back straightaway. And he continues to keep driving. More power to you if you can keep it going. So we still have one more car on pit road here. Armando Malgoza making his way back out. Next time around, we will go racing once again here at Williams Grove Speedway. We'll have 10 in, still 15 laps left in tonight's event. We're struggling to get some laps in here, but see what the last 15 laps has to hold here for these drivers. Still 20 of the 22 cars out in the speedway. Dalton Shear and Mason Hine, the only two to take it pit side for the night. Jake Roya once again leads us to the third-party gaming green flag. Derek Jones continues to run that top side. Also has been having some blinking issues, but he's been getting a lot of momentum wound up on that 7 car as he takes it to the inside, just as I say that. Jared Jones once again getting a big run. Almost thinks about making it 3 wide there with the 67 and the 1. Robinson and Dickinson, tooth and nail for the second spot now. Dickinson takes the second spot. We see Trostowski gets sideways there in 3 and 4. So we get our 6th, I believe, caution of the evening. I saw the tail end of that one. Once again, it looks like the same kind of deal. Just gets a little bit crossed up on the cushion, and the 18 is already there. Kind of seems like deja vu over and over and over. See, we still got one more car on pit lane at the moment. One to green here. It's now made it past halfway in tonight's Keystone Cup by Right Rear Racing. We did get more than 1 lap in there, so it is a double file restart for maybe what will be the last one of the night. As once we get under 10 to go, we will be single file the rest of the way. Will Jake Roya be able to hold off the rest of the field here at Williams Grove? Robinson, high side momentum. He does, at least for now, take away that 2nd spot from Ty Dickinson. As we get another yellow flag. See what happens here in this one. Oh, already happened before these guys even get there. Take a look here. Maybe see if the 3 is involved in this one. Can't tell quite from that angle, but it looks like maybe 13 of Hoffman comes up the racetrack there, and yeah, he does. I mean, the 3 came down us a little bit, but kind of met in the middle. And then, yeah, everything else, track is blocked. Not many good things are going to happen at Williams Grove once cars are sideways in front of the rest of the pack. So single file, and we will be single file the rest of the evening now. As even if we get a lap in, we'll be under 10 laps left. See multiple cars in the pit lane after that one, looking like a parking lot. Pace lights are out on the pace truck. Once again, we'll go back to the third-party gaming green flag. Definitely been a struggle here in the first half. But none of that matters if we can have a good last 10 laps of this one. Jake Roya once again leads us to the green. Ty Dickinson in second, and third place, Greg Robinson. He definitely did not want to see that last yellow after he was able to make it by the 67. Dickinson runs like the middle there to protect from any outside move Greg Robinson can make. See Mason White now working the inside line. Derek Jones, we get a yellow flag. Maybe Goodall and looks like Bailey there get together. Oh, yeah, that sends Goodall around. That's what brought out that yellow. Back to the green here. As always, we do a timer on these races. Whatever the lap count is, that is how many minutes they have allowed. And obviously, with this many yellows, we are getting close on time. But field comes back to the green. 9 laps left when they get to the line. Robinson is now all over the 67 of Dickinson into turn number 3 and 4. They exchange the second spot. Now Dickinson will hold the inside, see if he can get back by him here in 1 and 2. Still side by side down the back straightaway under the bridge. Robinson comes down to take the air off the nose of the 67, and he will take the spot away. Move Greg Robinson up to second. Dickinson now runs in the third spot. Fourth is Mason White, as Derek Jones is banging the boards down up top in car 7. As we get a yellow flag, looks like Fred Hoffman called this one. At least that's what the graphics is telling me. Oh, looks like he gets into the wall there. Yeah, that Lamberson goes for a big flip. Nothing he could really do. He was just kind of along for the ride. As you see, also Haynes and Malgosa also involved. To have a no wing rule, so the 66 will be parked for the evening there in the 60 of Jason Haynes. But nonetheless, we are out of time, so I believe when they get to the line here, it will be the end of the event for the night. Obviously a challenging evening for a few of these drivers. Williams Grove is one of the most challenging tracks on iRacing. Nonetheless, though, Jake Roya will come to the line here out of 4, and he will take his first career Regal Promotions Esports win. Nonetheless, I am sure we'll talk to one happy driver here in a few moments. We'll try to get a word with your top three here in a few moments, but your results. Jake Roya takes the win there in car number 2. 83 of Greg Robinson finishes second. Third, 67 of Ty Dickinson. Fourth, 7 of Derek Jones. Fifth, Mason White. Sixth, Tony Dominguez. Seventh, Drew Bailey. Eighth, Jimbo Rooney. Ninth, Jeremy Christensen. And 10th was the 412 of Joseph Trustowski. 11th, 19 of David Baker. 12th, Cody Wickard. 13th, Austin Griffey. 14th, Kevin Goodall. 15th, Armando Melgoza. 16th, Jason Haynes. 17th, Fred Hoffman. 18th, Jared Lamberson. 19th, Garen Brimmer. 20th, Carter Young. 21st, Dalton Shear. And 22nd, Mason Hine in 89. See if any of our top three are in the broadcast waiting room. Looks like we got all three of them. Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Obviously, I mean, that was your first top five, and then obviously you turned it on into a win as well.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it was a challenging race, but how was it from up front?
It was honestly a blast. I mean, I just kind of ran the bottom for first probably quarter of the race, and then saw that the bottom was speeding up a little bit, so I just kind of threw it down there for a few couple of laps, and then as soon as I got down there and did whatever, I kind of stuck it and just held it for the rest of the night.
I mean, obviously we didn't have too many green flag runs there, but I mean, really you were unchallenged on any of the restarts. I've seen many other drivers. Uh, it's tough to keep them guessing. How did you throughout the night? How were you able to keep them guessing on the restarts?
Well, I mean, I would kind of pay attention to like how far back they would sit, like coming down the backstretch, and then that would kind of guess on how or where I would start it. But I mean, primarily I would either go, I don't know, like as soon as we get halfway, or if I knew they were further back, I would wait a little while so they could kind of catch up a little bit. But then I would just kind of goose it and then just go from there. But if they were hanging back a little ways and they didn't like come up any further, I would just go pretty much halfway and then just be 0.3 of a second ahead by the backstretch. So.
Obviously, congrats on the win. And is there anyone you want to thank?
Definitely all the KBM guys, Metcalf Photography, actually Colburn Race Designs for helping me with all my design stuff. Obviously Roy's Graphics because we're the best. um, yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's definitely cool to get a win, especially on after getting married on Saturday. So that was a double win.
Well, it was a very good omen, wasn't it?
Absolutely, it was.
uh,
Absolutely.
well, thanks for racing, and hope to see you on Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for everything.
That was your first time winner, Jake Roya, in car number 2. I will get over here with the 1A/83 of Greg Robinson. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Good. Obviously, you were able to make your way by Ty Dickinson there. You kind of using different lines. I mean, honestly, your top three really were using different lines altogether. But what did you find there in the middle to get around Ty Dickinson there at the end.
Obviously, if you run the same line, you're not going to pass anybody. So figured I had to try and search around a little bit, and kind of found that top line there a little bit was working, and then got by him, and then got the, I guess you could say, unlucky restarting on the outside of the front row, which I think is a huge disadvantage to
Oh, yeah.
anybody. And kind of had a feeling he'd get back by me, and I think I showed him the line down in 3 and 4, and he got me, and I had to really work hard on hitting that top just right to get the grip, and yeah, it was a heck of a battle, that's for sure.
No, that's definitely a great run tonight. Take it home second. If you're able to get any consecutive laps, good green flag runs, do you think you had anything for Jake Roya?
I would have liked to have found out. I think I was making some speed up there on the top. If it would have kept going the whole race, I mean, it's just a disappointment getting timed out and going 2 laps at a time. But I would have liked to have seen a nice long green flag run to see if I would have been able to run him down or at least get up to him.
Nonetheless, is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
I thank the same guys I always do, the guys over at SRA. We got a real good group of guys over there that help each other out. There's a couple of us in that race there tonight helping each other. And I'm going to throw a plug out for the new adventure that they're doing, Slide Job Syndicate 360s on Sunday nights in November. Anybody interested, come check us out, Facebook and Discord.
Well, thanks for racing, and hope to see you this week.
Alrighty, thank you, sir.
All right, last but not least, we'll get a word here with the 67 of Ty Dickinson. Hey, Ty. How you doing?
Hey, Andrew. Oh, I'm doing. I held on somehow. I was just telling the guys if we had 6, 7 more laps, I would have probably been 5th. I don't know what I was doing. I was telling Jake, I tried following him on the bottom. I couldn't run the bottom. Greg was going around me on the top. I tried the top. Greg would go around me on the bottom. I did not belong in the top 3, but I held on.
Hey, I mean, you told me earlier today that you just wanted to gain some points on Jimbo Rooney, and that's exactly what you did.
I did, and I checked at what point he was in the back, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some points, a good amount of points, and then he finished 8th. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to get some points, but not a lot. But, I mean, it is something. I can still try to reel him in because Daddy needs the $75.
Well, I mean, you know for sure you're just hoping for that trophy.
I've told you, every league, every race, I just want a damn trophy. And you tell me you got to win first.
Yeah, I mean, you got to earn it, Ty. That's.
Yeah, I know. But I'm proud of my boy Jake. Never went in 305s, and he finally got it done. And I don't know how he did it because, like I said, I try to follow him, and he's just obviously better than me.
Yeah, obviously everyone had the same race setup. So I mean.
Yeah. But I don't know what happened those first few laps. I know Kevin, I was running next to Kevin. I don't know if I came up into him or if he came down into me, but if I did come up, I apologize because I did not mean to, but I don't race like that. So if it was my fault, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at it, at least, it looked like kind of just a racing incident. The good old kind of like got squirreled in the cushion, which honestly happened. At least 3 out of the first 4 yellows were all the same thing. It was someone like getting close to hitting the wall in 3. They'd come down the racetrack and there was already someone down at the bottom.
Yeah. The track was so slick too. It was hard to keep the grip in the corner, and I mean, I'm sure that maybe has some factor to do with it. I mean, it's not lack of talent by any means. I saw some comments on YouTube.
Yeah, we've had great races all season long.
Yeah,
just one of those nights. We haven't had a race like this year, so we were due to have one. I feel.
That's right, and it was due for one where I finished podium. That's right.
It's just exactly what you needed.
Yes.
But as you said, we have a lot of great talent in this series, and it sucks to have a night like this, but you know next week we'll come back with a great race.
That's right, and I'll finish 8th.
Oh, it's Port Royal next week. You know exactly where you're going to have to be.
Oh yeah, jeez, great. Okay. All right. Well,
Well, is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
absolutely. Thank you for asking. I want to thank you for putting all this on and trusting me to clear blacks. I wish Ben was here. Secondly, I like to thank Roya's Graphics for this wrap. It's a replica wrap, and I absolutely love it. Metcalf Cinematography, RTV Raise the Bar, my sprint car team Horizon Sim Sport, Sweet Tea Games, 618 Engraving and Design, my mom that's always watching, my dad that's always watching, my girlfriend, and then I was really hoping to get the win, but I got third. It still does it, but I dedicate that podium to Grandpa Earl, Bree's girlfriend's, my girlfriend's grandpa passed away. We buried her today. I don't know what I'm talking. I just talk too much. Anyways, Grandpa Earl, this was for you. I'm sorry that I suck and I didn't get the win, but I fucking showed up, and here we are. So, and I only swore once. But, anyways, I hope to see all the fans back in the stands next week.
It's always a tradition.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll see everyone next week, and hopefully you get to talk to your boy next week.
We'll see. Maybe a miracle will happen, and I can talk to you on Wednesday.
I doubt it. We can only hope. But alrighty, well, you fans have a good night, and you have yourself a lovely night, and I'm gonna go eat.
All right. Au revoir.
Okay.
Well, that was your third place runner, Ty Dickinson in car 67. Well, obviously, like Ty and I just talked about, tough night here for the 305 Sprint Car Series. Not able to finish in the full distance due to the amount of yellows tonight, but nonetheless, Jake Roya picks up his first ever win. We have 3 drivers that have not been on the podium, I don't think. I feel like Greg Robinson might have been on the podium once time before, but drivers you don't normally see running up front. Still, all in all, a great show here for the Keystone Cup by Right Rear Racing. And we hope to see you all on Wednesday night when the 360 Series heads to Williams Grove Speedway for the 2nd annual RPES National Open. And a reminder that next week, Monday, October 13th, 305 Series will be back in action at the Port Royal Speedway for the Greg Hodnett Tribute Race. Make sure to tune in to see all the great Greg Hodnett paint schemes. And it'll even pay a sweet $8 to the winner for the 305 event. Till then,